Oh, hello there, world history students. Welcome back. Please get out your VidNotes, Unit 1 packet, and turn to page number 6. We're going to be working from page 6 and page 7. Do you recognize the song? It's Gangnam Style by the South Korean pop singer Psy. The last time I checked online, it had more than 2.3 billion views on YouTube. It's the most viewed YouTube video of all time. Most of the song is in Korean, so why did the song become a worldwide sensation? Well, it's an example of how the world's media and technology have become so connected and blended. In other words, the sharing of different countries' pop music is an example of globalization. What is globalization? Globalization is the spread and diffusion of economic or cultural influences so that they are worldwide in reach. More about that word diffusion. You might have seen this word in science class. It can also be used in history terms. Diffusion is when a high concentration of something spreads to an area of low concentration. Gangnam Style was first released in South Korea, but because of the power of the internet and social media, it diffused to other countries of the world. Gangnam Style is pop culture, of course. Let's now talk about globalization in economic terms. Globalization has increased the world's economic interdependence. Economic interdependence is when countries of the world rely on each other's economies. And countries share things that fit into one of these four categories: raw materials, which are natural resources; capital, and capital means the services a country provides; manufacturing; and labor, those who work. Markets, areas of consumers, those who buy goods; and financial resources, loans, humanitarian aid. So, countries are connected by these four categories of things. Some say that the economic dependence and globalization in the world are good things. Others don't agree. Here are some arguments supporting globalization. Supporters would say that globalization promotes peace through trade. They would say that it raises the standard of living around the world. They would say that globalization creates jobs in developing countries. Supporters of globalization would say it promotes investment in developed countries and creates a sense of world community. There are some arguments against globalization. Arguers would say that globalization creates conflict because the system is unfair. Those who are against globalization would say globalization benefits developed countries disproportionately and leaves developing countries behind. Those against globalization would say it takes jobs from laborers in developed countries. They would say it benefits those who already have money. And they would say that globalization erodes local culture. Globalization has also affected how companies do business around the world, not just countries. And we're going to talk about a case study of McDonald's. McDonald's was founded in California in 1948. Here's a picture of its very first store. Since 1948, other countries of the world have had McDonald's built. And you see in red all of the countries today that have one McDonald's, at least one McDonald's in them. McDonald's is one example of a multinational corporation. Here's the McDonald's arches, and these are all multinational corporations. What are they? They're companies that operate in many different countries. And multinational corporations have headquarters that are usually in developed countries, and they have factories that are usually in developing countries. There are benefits and drawbacks to these types of corporations. The benefits are that they create more jobs. They sell goods around the world that are recognizable. They also create inexpensive products. The drawbacks are that multinational corporations may treat workers poorly, and they may cause small local businesses to go out of business. Let's now move from talking about worldwide companies to studying how countries of the world are trying to use globalization to improve their economies. Many countries have joined international organizations to help regulate and stimulate the global economy. We're going to talk about this connection now. And these are a list of international organizations that have connected countries to one another. Please fill out the names of all of these international organizations on your notes. We're going to be talking about each one in a moment. First, the United Nations. It was founded in 1945, right after World War II. It has 193 member countries today. And the goal of this group is to keep peace, to fight poverty and disease, and to provide aid during any humanitarian crisis. Its headquarters is in New York City. Another international organization is the European Union, the EU. It was founded in 1992 after the fall of the Berlin Wall in Germany. It has 28 member countries now. They are located in Europe, and the group's goal is tariff-free trade. This team of countries trades with each other without having to pay taxes on their imports. And the European Union has 19 countries that share the same currency to make buying and selling goods easier. And the name of that currency is the euro. Here are some euro bills and euro coins. And the euro sign is shown right here. Looks a little bit like the dollar sign. Another international organization is the World Trade Organization. It was founded in 1995. It has 161 member countries, and the group's goal is to regulate international trade. The WTO members account for 97% of world trade. And you see its headquarters here in Geneva, Switzerland. Another international organization is the North American Free Trade Agreement. It was founded in 1994, and there are only 3 members: the US, Canada, and Mexico. And the group's goal is to eliminate tariffs and trade restrictions in these 3 countries. It is to North America what the European Union is to Europe. 2 other international organizations are the International Monetary Fund and the World Bank. Monetary meaning money. And both of these organizations provide aid to developing countries. The IMF loans money to keep an economy stable, and they encourage foreign investment. And the World Bank loans money for specific projects, whether they be power plants or hospitals. We are almost done. Please now refer to your summary questions and answer those. Lastly, a preview. Next week, we're going to be talking about modern terrorism. Until then, be well.